This is Carla Smith, principal of Horizon Middle School West Campus, with an important message. Water from the Horizon Middle School West Campus is being tested due to concerns with the drinking water.
11 months after a drinking fountain in Horizon Middle School's East Campus tested positive for excessive copper levels, the West Campus is now battling a similar issue. But this time, it may not be so isolated. Valley News Team's Molly Casey looked into the issue. And Molly, what have parents been told?
Christine, parents aren't being told much. A mom I spoke with who wished to remain anonymous said she wasn't notified of the drinking water restrictions until after school on Tuesday. Her daughter said students complained that water in the school tasted funny, and by lunchtime they were told not to drink the water. However, other options for drinking water weren't offered. Her daughter also said a few classmates had gone to the nurse's office feeling ill. Around 4:30 Tuesday afternoon, parents received a message from Horizon West principal Carla Smith.
The water is being tested for copper levels. Too much copper can cause short-term adverse health effects, including vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, and nausea.
I spoke to a teacher who told me water fountains in the school were covered up and students and staff were given bottled water to drink throughout the day. And this isn't the first time. In January, at least 10 kids became sick after drinking water out of a fountain at Horizon Middle School's East Campus. After testing the school's fountains, water from one was found to have elevated levels of copper. Administrators attributed the issue to non-use during winter break. The plumbing systems at Horizon Middle School's West Campus will be flushed and further testing will be done to pinpoint the source of contamination, but it's left many parents wondering how new plumbing could cause this issue. Christine?
All right, thank you, Molly. A statement released from the Moorhead School District said results were not available yet, and if you do have any questions, please contact the district. Coming up after weather, more mail problems in Moorhead. We're learning new information about the thieves. Plus, the Cass County Sheriff's Office is offering a reward after somebody stole one of their deputies' handguns. But first, Robert, another gusty day for us in the valley, but it seems to be dying down a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, they died down for a while, but picking back up in many areas, including here in the Fargo-Moorhead area once again. A live look outside on the Coronado.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Relatively quiet conditions outside of those breezy conditions. Current temperature 43, but it feels more like 33. Of those winds once again gusting close to 40 miles per hour, also 43 over in Moorhead. Temperatures elsewhere across the region, 34 Langdon, 36 Cavalier, Devils Lake, 38 in Jamestown. We've got some 30s that stretch all the way up in the northern portions of Minnesota. Winds again strong and gusty, gusting over 40 miles per hour in a few locations, including the Gwinner area, the Sisseton area. And we're going to see some strong and gusty winds for the next several hours, and then they'll slowly start to taper off as we head through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. And by tomorrow afternoon, should see some lighter winds, but those winds creating wind chills as cold as 21 in Langdon, 23 in Devils Lake, 25 up into the Hallock area. Cloud cover, we've got quite a bit of it out there. We'll see a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow falling out of those clouds, primarily now in northern portions of Minnesota. That will continue to push off towards the east and get on out of here. And we'll see decreasing clouds generally as we head through the overnight hours. Tomorrow may start off with some cloudiness in northern Minnesota, but that'll get on out of here too. Plenty of sunshine by afternoon across the entire area. Across the entire country, not a whole lot going on. A little bit of rain in far Pacific Northwest, a few showers in parts of Arizona and New Mexico, and also a few showers down in Louisiana and Mississippi. For us, overnight tonight, that area of rain and maybe a few flakes mixed in quickly gets on out of here, but clouds are going to linger for a while up in northern portions of Minnesota. By tomorrow morning, those winds still on the breezy side, but lighter, and they'll continue to die down as we head through the day tomorrow. Those early morning clouds get on out of here, and maybe a few late day clouds moving into our western counties. Tomorrow's highs in the 30s and 40s, but with less wind, it's actually going to feel pretty good out there, and a mix of clouds and clear skies as we head through tomorrow evening, with temperatures cooling into the 20s and 30s. Here in Fargo, we'll start off in the low 30s out there. It's going to feel colder than that with some breezy conditions. May have wind chills in the upper teens and lower 20s by lunchtime. Lighter winds, lots of sunshine, and temperatures warming up to around 40 later on in the day, topping out in the mid 40s. And again, cooler than today's record-breaking high of 52, but still well above normal. Picture of the day, superb sunrise in Crookston. Thanks so much to Donna for sending that, and going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast tomorrow. Not bad at all. Lighter winds, temperatures in the mid 40s. A little cooler on Friday. Chance for a few rain and snow showers primarily across the northern valley. The weekend mainly looking good. Temperatures in the upper 40s to near 50 late Sunday on into Monday and Tuesday. Much colder air works its way on in. May start off as a rain-snow mix, ending in snow showers Monday and Tuesday. And by Wednesday, we're back into winter.
We can go from 50s to lows of 8 in a matter of days.
Some skinny temperatures at the end of that 7-day.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Robert.
You got it.
A former Moorhead mail carrier and another woman are accused of stealing mail over a 4-month period. The former carrier, 35-year-old Cheryl Gordon, and 30-year-old Amanda Liebert each face 4 felony counts of mail theft. According to court documents, a Moorhead man contacted police about possible thefts from his mailbox, adding that others in the neighborhood were having similar issues. Police spoke to Gordon in early November, and she did admit to stealing. Liebert told authorities that she and Gordon worked together to take mail, particularly when packages appeared to contain gift cards. Gordon is no longer a mail carrier. Both women are scheduled to be in court December 19th. A gun belonging to a local lawman is missing. It's the latest in a string of break-ins Valley News Live first told you about a few weeks ago. The West Fargo Police Department and the Cass County Sheriff's Office are jointly offering $1,000 for information about firearms stolen from the Westport Beach Eagle Run area. Of the 3 guns missing, officials say a deputy's handgun was stolen from a car. It's unknown whether it was a work or personal car or whether the doors were locked, but officials won't speculate.
To be completely honest with you, I'm not completely sure whether they were under lock or not. I believe that some of them were. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. We have launched a full internal investigation through our Office of Professional Standards with this deputy to identify why the pistol was in the vehicle at the time that it was stolen. I don't have any of those answers for you because I'm not going to speculate on the slightest bit of degree of negligence at this time.
So if you or anyone you know has information, you're urged to contact the West Fargo Police Department at the number on your screen, which is 701-433-5500. Plans are already in the works for another major construction project in the metro area that will likely impact how you get around town. More work is planned for 13th Avenue South, only this time 45th Street in Fargo to 12th Street East in West Fargo. The plan is to make 13th into 6 lanes in Fargo and 5 in West Fargo. Traffic experts say that'll help the busy stretch of road handle more traffic and improve safety for everyone. Work is expected to start in April, and you can learn more about this project and find out how it may impact you. That's because a public meeting is set up for tomorrow at the Blue Cross Blue Shield building, which is on the corner of 45th and 13th. That starts at 4 o'clock and runs until 6 p.m. Engineers and city staff will be on hand to answer any of your questions that you may have. Some elementary schools could be on the chopping block in Grand Forks. School board officials mentioned the possibility of closing 3 on the north end. Wilder, West, and Winship elementary schools are on the short list. That's because the buildings are aging and lack of surrounding space. School officials urge that no decisions have been made, and this is the only beginning of the process of creating a master plan.
And look at what are the pros and cons of doing something different, what would be the alternative, and to make their views known into the process that here's why they like the school they've got.
School board officials want to hear from you. There'll be a public forum held on January 22nd. And it's not your typical scam. Dozens of people have been leaving a Fargo man messages begging him to stop calling. And he says he's not the one making those phone calls. Steve Boulot has gotten over 20 messages just in the past week. He doesn't know what they're talking about. That's because Steve's number is being used in a caller ID spoofing scam. In other words, someone stole his phone number.
Just beware that there's people out there that are compromising this and somehow getting some of your information, and they're going to use it to their advantage, or maybe they're just pranksters too. I don't know.
Steve says the calls have stopped, but just about as quickly as they started. What should you do if you find yourself in this situation? The FCC says if you're receiving these calls, never give out any personal information. And this story came to us through our Whistleblower Hotline. So if you need help with a serious issue in your community or a scam, call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. The holiday season is rapidly approaching, and that means an annual tradition for those in the FM area. The 19th annual Holiday Lights in Lindenwood Park, it's almost here. The FM Saratoga Club announced the grand opening will take place this Friday. The event will showcase nearly 80 colorful displays each night for the entire month of December. Admission is just $6 per vehicle, but only $5 if you bring a non-perishable canned food item to donate. Tours start at 5:30 each night and then run until 10:30. All proceeds benefit local charities supported by the Fargo-Moorhead Saratoga Club and Optimist International Club. Coming up, NBC fires Matt Lauer for sexual misconduct. We have new allegations, details on the allegations that led to his ouster. Still ahead tonight.